Ohio Miracle starts right here in Haleiwa. This is the Hawaiian Pro Round 2 Heat 9. Mitch Coleborn, Griffin, Colapinto, Marco Fernandez, Dimitri, Ouvre, Chris Cote here with Ross Williams. Ross, this is the first stop.
High-flying act, grommets going nuts everywhere, but this is a man's contest, especially on a day like today with all the meat out in the water.
Mitch Coleborn, Queensland, Australia, big backside hack to start it off. On a meaty-looking right-hander here at Haleiwa. Second turn goes off without a hitch. Beautiful third carving snap for Mitchell Coleborn. And a fourth. Now that is a solid way to start this heat. This contest currently ranked 27th. And speaking of that, Griffin Colapinto ranked 40th, Ross.
Yeah, Griffin's got a shot, and just a young man, Griffin, another American hope, and there's Mitch Coleborn that you were referring to. Always one of those guys right there near the fence line, just looking in, trying to hang out on the championship tour. But he's had some success too, as we see him wrapping through a couple of strong turns. He's a power surfer, which is good for today. That's what's on order. A couple of nice smooth turns. So I don't think it's going to be a crazy score, but definitely more than a keeper. But Mitch has had some success on the championship tour. He's plowed through some big heats.
Yeah, I kind of just, I don't know, I've probably learning from other years. If I see one that kind of has a taper, I just take it, you know. Don't even bother about looking out back. You know, there might be a big set marching in, and a few of the boys paddled over a few of the ones I got scores on, and I've been in that position before and kind of trying to learn from it that, yeah, if there's just something there, just take it and surf it, you know, and yeah, roll the dice. And I feel like as long as you're just moving, you know, you're in the cycle of it, and I just hate being that sitting duck out back. And
Rewarding aerial surfing. I think that played against him, but I think he is definitely on pace for a solid finish here. And we're taking a look at Griffin Colapinto, now his second wave.
Yeah, Dion, just a classic power surfer, but he's also, you know, one of those blue-collar workers that just kind of, you know, he hangs around there and surfs very solid, but oh,
that
wow,
was terrifying.
That was a vicious wipe out there from Griffin Colapinto there. That is the toilet bowl, and he got flushed on bone dry reef. That was pretty crazy. Hopefully he's okay.
You tussled with the toilet bowl. Dimitri, Ouvre, with 22 minutes to go. Powerhouse goofy footer. Right now sitting at 54th on the QS rankings. He won an event at Papara in Tahiti, the Papara Open. And he, again, falls victim to that brutal end section. Surfer from Hossinger, France. And now the man setting the pace in this heat, Mitch Coleborn. Blistering series of backhand whips for Mitchell. And Mitch now, that this little added extra confidence at the end of that wave right there. You can just tell the body language. He's feeling good about his performance thus far with only 9 minutes into this heat.
Yeah, that's minutes, and he's managed to get 2 solid scores here in the first 10 minutes. So he's going to be cruising. He can drift way out the back and look for an absolute bomb. Big set. And on his backhand here, Dimitri. Nice style there. Another sort of underdog. You see a clean surfboard, no big stickers on there. And unfortunately, the toilet bowl once again taking care of him. The tough thing about the toilet bowl, Chris, is it converges in on itself. It's like a garbage compactor. Everything kind of comes together, so it's tough to ride out in front of it.
1-7 and a 5. Griffin Colapinto now, his third wave. Nice bottom turn, solid fundamentals with this kid. And of course, his air game is right up there among the best. That was a laser sharp snap for Griffin. Straight up into the lip. Exciting, fast-paced surfing for Griffin, and
just absolutely flushes there. Runs out of depth, bone dry, and a couple of really nice carves here. I love the variation from Colapinto. Nice carves, another nice wrap there. Very fluid, and then tail slide right there. So there's the mix-up, and wisely getting out of the toilet bowl before that thing flushed dry. I like this angle right here. You're going to see just how much rail gets in the water. Really clean wrap right there, and I'm liking the style too. Kind of gets that right elbow nice and high, allows him to clear his body so he can kind of wrap around, sort of pivot around his body and get that rail.
Got that fiery-looking Matt Biolas Mayhem under his feet that is serving him perfectly right now. Do we see a tube stall? Almost. Dimitri Ouvre just tickling the lip right there, but not quite engaging that wave. Didn't quite barrel, but look at right back out there. Quick paddle outs today, and it makes for a lot of waves ridden in these heats. Fernandez now, surfer from Brazil, powerhouse. Got a solid finish. 13th place at the Oi Rio Pro, 4th CT of the year, so some experience with the big dogs. Marco Fernandez, you see right there, real solid, and that was fast. Getting right back into it was Colapinto. Looked like he caught a wave on his paddle back out. Now, taking the cue from Bachman-Turner overdrive, Mitch Coleborn taking care of business. That wave not quite panning out, but he's already got 3 solid scores on the board. Way to go.
Well, Mitch Coleborn on the outside. I'm liking his lineup right now. That's really a big battle here at Haleiwa, is putting yourself in position, but that wave shutting down a little too much north in that angle. That's notorious at Haleiwa. It's all about choosing the right wave. This wave stayed open for Marco Fernandez, and a couple of nice little pivots here, kind of cruisy, but got a little more rail in the water there. So a nice carve, and finished it on his feet with a little take it home lipper. And on his backhand here, just a little dig rail right there. That doesn't feel good as a surfer. You don't have that momentum or positive feeling going into your next turn, and sort of got lost in that way.
Controlling and commanding in this heat. 7.77 and a 7.17. Watch out, Dimitri Ouvre on the comeback path.
Yeah, you can see right there on his backhand. A couple of nice snaps there, but the main thing that really stands out to me is look at that wave. Very user-friendly, stayed open, did not close out. Had that a smooth face, so he just kind of cruised through the whole wave there. A couple of nice turns. 6.17 for him. And Mitch Coleborn, I should say, on his backhand. Just a little dig there. Let's see if he can recover. And there's that trademark grab rail bottom turn. Very comfortable at keeping that base really low to his board. That is a powerful surfer, but you know, that wave a little tricky, but a nice little snap there. Throwing just a couple of buckets of water out the back to finish that wave. Should be an okay score.
I do not use this term lightly. That was a sick wave.
Yeah, it was a beautiful wave. Which one? Dimitri's?
Mitch.
Oh, yeah, Mitch.
This was a good one, too.
Marco Fernandez. Wow, nice floater there. And again, today, floaters, they mean something. You know, you're going to be free falling. It's 5 or 6 feet, so tough to pull off that move. And it's very conventional. You know, it gets you out into the open face again. And a busy transaction here. A lot of different waves being ridden during that. That was just waiting for me, inches beneath the surface of the water. So if you get unlucky, you can definitely connect in there.
Mitch Coleborn again. Smashing the lip and carry a situation. Here's a look back so far at the first 25 minutes of this heat.
Well, what happened? In the first 8 minutes, Mitch got these 2 scores, Chris. Was it 8.17 and a 5? He hasn't managed to better his score since then. He could have came in and had a spam Musa B. But instead, he's out there looking and searching. It's funny how it's so rhythmic when you have a heat. You know, it's just, sometimes it's easy for 10 minutes, and the next 10 minutes you get nothing but cleaned up. And that's the nature of competing at Haleiwa. But I want to say I'm really, really impressed with this kid right here, Griffin Colapinto from USA. He's got a great rail game, you know, very comfortable on the carve, which is kind of rare for youngsters. You know, usually guys are in their teens still. Probably owns almost the wipeout of the morning too. That was crazy. But that carve right there, I really loved it. And then he backed it up with another carve right here. A lot of rail, silky smooth, kind of pivoting around his body. That was nice. And then watch the tail side right there. Great variation. So Griffin, that's your leader. As we see Red trying to hook into this wave.
Mitch Coleborn, a little patient, getting down the line. Now that big backside, heavily leaning into that backside turn. And it looked like halfway through the turn, he kind of realized there was, if you're an expert. Speaking of experts, Marco Fernandez has had some big results in the past, where right now he finds himself in 3rd place. There we see straight up into that whitewatery section. He came around from really deep, and now he finds himself in the soup with 24 seconds to go. He'll be coming in. He needed a 7.41. Well, we'll see if Marco did enough. 15 seconds now. Griffin and Mitch seemingly safe. Here we go. Was this a 7.41?
Well, at least he had one little shot at it, but the wave looked tricky. It kind of closed out on him. Not a bad hack, though, there. Nice rail work. A little carve, then he backed it up with a nice snap. So two solid moves, Chris. You know what? Had he had one more big move, he's looking at at that 7.5, but I think it's just a little too short.
That's going to be it. And Griffin Colapinto, along with Mitch Coleborn, will make it through to surf another day.